Well, we're just here setting up as the sun's starting to set. We cracked a beer and yeah, beautiful. So what I've done is I've unrolled the awning and I've got the old screw pegs, which makes it nice and easy to fasten without using normal pegs. So I'm going to actually put out the ground mat. I've got all my extra ribs here for the awning, as well as some poles for the walls. So we'll grab the annex out, which is in under the bed, and we'll keep setting up. So it should be good. About an hour I think it takes me to get it all set up. I'll show you how we do it. Something to note, when I undo the awning, I leave a little bit loose, the poles or spreaders, and I crank this around. You've got some holes here drilled, which the anti-flap system fits into, so that sort of cranks around, and then you've got the holes here for the post for the annex. So unroll it, set it up, and then just release it and crank it around just a bit. Normally it's back this way. Also what it does is if you have rain, it will come down around the curl and drop this way. If you have these wound straight back, this section here would be coming out here. So when it rains, it will fill up with water. Not good when you hit that and someone's standing near it. So just something to be aware of when you put your awning out. Just unroll it so it comes right around. Fits the annex much better. Something I carry with me is a little fold-up ladder. It's actually a Bailey from Bunnings, I believe. So very lightweight. I think it's about $70 or so. So nice and safe. I used to jump on one of the camp chairs and yeah, not real good, not real safe. So the little step ladder is good. It's just the right height, nice and light, easy to pack away. So we've got those little brackets up here, which the flap system will fit into, and we put one on each end, and that keeps it nice and stiff and stops this effect. So we'll whack those up now. Basically they just come along, have a little clip, and then you've got the little clips here that comes down, clamps onto it, and you can adjust them here to separate and make it nice and tight. So there's your anti-flap system clipped in. Just connect it up there, run it down the side of the awning, and then yeah, slide it into the hole. That's why we turn this so it fits in nicely, and just then clamp it down. So that's it. Now we've got some ribs to stick through the center, stiffen it up. So these are 3 ribs that sort of fit in between the anti-flap system to stiffen the awning. And I actually got the bags, optional extra bags, when I bought the annex, just so everything's packed away nicely, doesn't get scratched on the bumpy roads. It's nice to pack it away safe. And they go up here. You probably notice the awning's a little bit grubby. I've been away a few dirt roads and it sort of gathers dust. So one of these days I need to grab the awning out and give it a good scrub. But for now, it has character. So these are the 3 ribs. It just holds the awning. You can hear it. It's a bit more like a drum now. And they just slide in those holes. Perfect. What they do is the strap. I've already taken it off. But you have your strap that you use to pull the awning down. I usually slide that out. I've got some stay wire ropes or straps I'll put on now just to keep this down. As anyone who goes camping, caravanning, you stick some canvas up in the air and the wind wants to blow, so I'll stick those on now and just stabilise it so you can sleep at night. Wind comes up, you have to be running around in the middle of the night trying to peg stuff down. So these are the straps. I threaded one on. They'll eventually be pegged out. It's got the spring take up the tension, the shock. So I'll put one on for now. The second one goes on last. And now I'll put the walls of the annex on. So what I do to make things a bit easier is I just grab all the panels out, lay them roughly where they're going to go. And that way you're not digging around and getting the wrong panel on the wrong spot. So basically we've got two ends and we've got 3 centers pieces. So what you basically do is you slide panel number 1, panel number 2, panel number 3, zip them all up, then we get the side pieces on. Once we've got the side pieces, we can then get the height of the awning. I haven't actually lifted this yet. It's still down in its original position. It can go up a lot higher. One thing to note, it seems sort of it's okay at the moment, but make sure your awning's high enough to door misses. So let's get stuck into it. The sun's starting to get low and it's going good. We're on to the second beer. So I think it takes about an hour to put up the awning. I haven't really timed myself, about an hour. When you're away on holidays, you don't really care about the time too much. It's more about if it's a 1, 2 or 3 beer job. Alrighty, just basically slid them on, zipped them up, they're ready to go. Now before I put the side panels on, here's something very interesting to note. That you have these tracks that are put on your caravan, and to be honest I had to look away when they drilled the holes to fit the track, because the tracks go on and then you have this Velcro strip, and this is what the side panels join to on your caravan. Now interesting, this strip here has to line up with the strip on your anti-flap system. Now because the window's here, they had to kick it back slightly, which doesn't really matter too much. But when you're looking for caravans to buy and you want to put an annex on it, knowing that you've got to put these strips on, knowing that these strips have to line up with the anti-flap system, try not to design or buy a caravan that has a window right in the middle of where the strip's going to go. I doubt there'll be very many out there. Maybe there's none. But it's just something to take note. When you're looking at a caravan and getting all excited to buy a caravan, just look, if you're going to put an annex up, where your strips are going to end up. Now on this end, it works out really nice. Strip just goes straight up to the anti-flap system. So yeah, even down here, this is our cassette for our toilet. If that was sitting here, then this strip would have to be here, and then you have the big dog leg up the top. So something to take note when you're looking at caravans. So there you have it, one annex up. Took about an hour, I suppose. You zip it all up, put the Velcro on, space it out. I've ended up putting my navigator strap on this end, pegged it out, gives a little bit of extra support. I've had to adjust these legs out just so you get a nice even distance, and then you use your Velcro to tighten this up. I usually go around the second day after it's been up and a few of the wrinkles have gone. Just adjust it, make it nice. This is the colour scheme we went for to match Max's colours. I believe there is a lighter grey you can get. Forget what we had. We purchased this back in 2020 when sort of after the first round of COVID went through. So very fortunate. We went to Buchanan to Holiday Annexes. This is a totally Australian made annex. It's one of the last Australian made annexes available. Most of them are sort of shipped in from overseas, and they're sort of adjusted to what you want. They normally come here, and if you see a seam apparently through here, you know it's sort of not quite the Australian made ones, which is probably important these days to buy Australian made for everything that's going on. But yeah, this is totally Australian made. We turned up at the annex place. The two boys came out, they're brothers, and they just came out and measured up. We took the van in, they just ran the tape measure over really quick, bang, bang, bang. A couple of weeks later, went back and they put the strips on, fitted the annex, showed us how to use it. Amazing. So happy with this one. It's very good quality material, so good zips. So yeah, so we opted for this combination. You get all different combinations, how many sections of sidewalls and how many windows, and if you want a fly screen your door. We opted not to. Not sure it was good, bad or ugly, but that's how we went. We just rolled the door up. So we haven't used it too many times, but it's pretty good. So that's how I put up my annex. There's probably people out there who've been putting up annexes for years and have other ideas. Please add your comments below. Give me some tips and tricks how I can improve my speed. But basically it's about a 3 beer job for me. And yeah, when you're out here in this beautiful part of Australia, beautiful brook running, the sun's setting over there, birds flying over, perfect. The moon was rising just here, but a little bit of clouds gone over. It's pretty good. So we might light the fire and sit around and have another beer. So thanks for watching. As I said, if you've got any tips and tricks, stick them in the comments below and let me know how you do it. But yeah, pretty good.